Welcome to our countdown of the top 5 unique guitar sounds that shaped rock music. These cats, man, they didn't just play their instruments, they redefined what a guitar could do. They took this hunk of wood and wire and made it sing, scream, wail, sometimes all at once. So crank it up, let your hair down, and let's dive into the sonic landscapes of these guitar gods. Tom Scholz. The name alone conjures up images of soaring guitars, intricate solos, and a sound that defined an era. Scholz wasn't just any musician, he was a visionary, a pioneer who saw the potential of rock music and took it to new heights. And those massive, stadium-filling riffs. The dude was a straight-up MIT brainiac, a guy who could have easily ended up in a lab coat, working on some groundbreaking technology. Instead, he chose to channel his genius into music, blending his technical skills with his passion for rock. Who just happened to be a guitar wizard? He built his own studio, his own gear, and even his own effects pedals. Scholz was obsessed with achieving the perfect sound, and he wasn't willing to settle for anything less. His home studio became a laboratory where he could experiment and innovate. Even his own damn amp. Talk about a control freak, but that's what made Boston sound so unique, so meticulously crafted. Scholz's attention to detail was unparalleled, and it showed in every note, every chord, every riff. He was a perfectionist in the truest sense of the word, so damn huge. It was like he was layering sound on top of sound, creating this intricate tapestry of music that was both powerful and beautiful. Scholz's approach to recording was revolutionary. He used multi-tracking techniques to build a wall of sound that was unlike anything anyone had ever heard before, creating this wall of guitar that just washed over you. And More Than a Feeling? That song is a masterclass in rock composition. From the opening acoustic guitar riff to the soaring electric solos, it's a journey through sound that captures the essence of what rock music is all about. Come on, man, that's an anthem for the ages. That guitar tone, it's pure sonic bliss. Scholz managed to create a sound that was both raw and polished, a perfect blend of emotion and technical prowess. It's no wonder that More Than a Feeling has stood the test of time. Scholz was a true innovator, a guy who wasn't afraid to experiment with new sounds and techniques. He pushed the boundaries of what a guitar could do, constantly seeking new ways to express himself through his music. His willingness to take risks and break the mold set him apart from his peers, and push the boundaries of what a guitar could do. He's a legend, plain and simple. Scholz's contributions to rock music are immeasurable, and his influence can still be felt today. Whether you're a die-hard Boston fan or just someone who appreciates great music, there's no denying the impact that Tom Scholz has had on the world of rock. Brian May, a name synonymous with rock royalty and musical innovation, the man, the myth, the legend with the hair. His towering presence and signature curls are instantly recognizable, but it's his musical genius that truly sets him apart. But seriously, this guy's guitar playing is otherworldly. His solos are not just performances, they are experiences that transport you to another realm. Each note he plays is infused with emotion and precision, creating a soundscape that is both powerful and ethereal. And it all starts with that homemade axe of his, the Red Special. This guitar isn't just an instrument, it's a piece of rock history. Crafted with love and ingenuity, the Red Special is as unique as Brian himself. Built with his dad when he was just a kid, this guitar is like an extension of Brian himself. Imagine the dedication and craftsmanship that went into creating this masterpiece. It's a testament to the bond between father and son, and to the relentless pursuit of perfection. It's got this warm, rich tone that's both powerful and delicate. The Red Special can roar like a lion or whisper like a gentle breeze, depending on Brian's touch. It's a versatile instrument that has defined the sound of countless Queen hits. And when he steps on that fuzz pedal, look out! The sound transforms into something raw and electrifying, adding another layer of complexity to his already intricate playing. It's like watching a magician at work, conjuring sounds that seem impossible. From the operatic grandeur of Bohemian Rhapsody to the straight-up rock and roll fury of Tie Your Mother Down, Brian May's versatility is astounding. He can switch genres effortlessly, making each song a unique journey. Brian May's guitar playing is as unique as his fingerprint. His technique, his tone, his style, everything about his playing is instantly recognizable. It's a blend of technical skill and emotional depth that few can match. He's a true original, a one-of-a-kind talent who helped define the sound of Queen. His contributions to music are immeasurable, and his legacy will continue to inspire generations of musicians. Brian May is not just a guitarist, he's a musical icon. Chapter 3. Eddie Van Halen, Eruption of a Guitar God. Eddie Van Halen. What can you even say about the man that hasn't already been said? He was a revolutionary, a trailblazer, and a virtuoso who changed the landscape of rock music forever. His influence is immeasurable and his legacy is eternal. From the moment he burst onto the scene, it was clear that Eddie was something special, something extraordinary. He wasn't just another guitarist, he was a phenomenon, a force of nature that couldn't be contained. His passion, his energy, and his sheer talent were unmatched, and he quickly became a legend in his own time. He was a force of nature, a guitar god who redefined what was possible on 6 strings. His playing was a perfect blend of technical prowess and raw emotion, a combination that left audiences in awe. He had a unique ability to make his guitar sing, to make it speak in ways that no one had ever heard before. His solos were not just notes on a fretboard, they were stories, they were journeys, they were experiences that took you to another world. Eddie's guitar was an extension of himself, a tool that he used to express his deepest emotions and his wildest dreams. His two-handed tapping technique blew everyone's minds. It was a game-changer, a revolutionary approach that opened up new possibilities for guitarists everywhere. This technique allowed him to play with a speed and precision that was previously thought impossible. It was like watching a magician at work, his fingers dancing across the fretboard with an almost supernatural grace. This innovation didn't just set him apart, it placed him in a league of his own. Guitarists around the world tried to emulate his style, but there was only one Eddie Van Halen. It was like he was playing piano on a freaking guitar. The way he manipulated the strings, the way he coaxed sounds out of his instrument, it was nothing short of magical. He had an innate understanding of music, a deep connection to his instrument that allowed him to push the boundaries of what was possible. His creativity knew no bounds, and he was constantly experimenting, constantly pushing the envelope. He wasn't content to rest on his laurels. He was always looking for new ways to innovate, new ways to surprise and delight his audience. And his tone? Pure fire. It was a sound that was instantly recognizable, a sound that could cut through the noise and grab your attention. His tone was rich, full and powerful, a perfect reflection of his personality. It was a sound that could make you feel alive, a sound that could make you feel invincible. Eddie's tone was more than just a sound. It was a statement, a declaration of his presence, his power and his passion. It was a sound that could move you, a sound that could inspire you, a sound that could change your life. From the opening riff of Runnin' with the Devil to the mind-bending solo in Eruption, Eddie's playing was a masterclass in rock guitar. Each note, each chord, each bend of the string was executed with precision and passion. His performances were electrifying, a whirlwind of energy and emotion that left audiences breathless. He had a way of connecting with his audience, of drawing them in and taking them on a journey. His music was more than just sound. It was an experience, a visceral, emotional ride that you could feel in your bones. Eddie's playing was raw, explosive, and utterly captivating. He had a presence on stage that was undeniable, a charisma that drew you in and held you captive. His solos were not just displays of technical skill, they were expressions of his soul, bursts of emotion that resonated with everyone who heard them. He had a way of making you feel every note, every chord, every bend of the string. His playing was a conversation, a dialogue between him and his audience, a shared experience that brought people together. He wasn't just playing guitar, he was making love to it, pouring his heart and soul into every note. His passion was palpable, his intensity was infectious. You could see it in his eyes, in the way he moved, in the way he played. He had a connection to his instrument that was almost spiritual, a bond that allowed him to create magic every time he picked it up. His guitar was an extension of himself, a tool that he used to express his deepest emotions and his wildest dreams, wrestling it to the ground and making it scream his name. His performances were a battle, a struggle between man and machine, a dance of power and passion. He had a way of commanding the stage, of owning every moment, of making you feel like you were witnessing something truly special. His guitar was his weapon, his voice, his soul. He played with a ferocity, a fire, a passion that was unmatched. He was a true rock god, a master of his craft, a legend in his own time. Eddie Van Halen was a true innovator, a pioneer who pushed the boundaries of what was possible. He was constantly experimenting, constantly pushing the envelope, constantly looking for new ways to surprise and delight his audience. He wasn't content to rest on his laurels. He was always looking for new challenges, new ways to grow and evolve as an artist. His creativity knew no bounds, and his influence can be seen in countless guitarists who have followed in his footsteps. A game-changer who left an indelible mark on rock and roll. His legacy is one of innovation, passion, and pure, unadulterated talent. He was a true original, a one-of-a-kind artist who will never be forgotten. Eddie Van Halen's music will live on, inspiring generations of musicians and fans alike. He was more than just a guitarist. He was a legend, a hero, a god of rock and roll. And his music, his passion, his spirit will continue to resonate, to inspire, to move us all. Eddie Van Halen, the eruption of a guitar god. Chapter 4. Jimi Hendrix. The sound of psychedelic soul. Jimi Hendrix, man, the name alone sends shivers down your spine. He was like a shaman, channeling sounds from another dimension through his guitar. He could make that thing sing, cry, scream, and whisper all in the space of a single song. His use of feedback and distortion was revolutionary, creating these sonic landscapes that were both beautiful and terrifying. Purple haze, Voodoo Child, All Along the Watchtower. These songs are etched into the DNA of rock and roll. Jimmy wasn't just playing guitar, he was painting with sound, creating masterpieces that continue to inspire and amaze to this day. Chapter 5. Kim Thayil, the grunge god of drop-D-doom. Kim Thayil, the riff lord of Seattle, the master of the downtune, the sultan of sludge. This guy took the heavy blues of Black Sabbath and injected it with a dose of punk rock fury, creating the sonic template for grunge. His guitar tone was thick, heavy, and downright menacing. And those riffs, man, they hit you like a ton of bricks. Spoon Man, Black Hole Sun, Fell on Black Days, these songs are grunge anthems, and Kim Thayil's guitar playing is the backbone of it all. He's a true original, a guitar hero for the flannel generation. And there you have it, the top 5 unique guitar sounds that have left an indelible mark on rock music. These guitarists weren't just musicians, they were sonic pioneers, pushing the boundaries of what was possible with 6 strings and an amp. They inspired countless others to pick up a guitar and chase their own rock and roll dreams. Which guitarist's sound do you think is the most unique? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more music countdowns and insights.